Hello, everybody. How are you all doing this lovely afternoon? This is Ade Ladende, your host for Chat with Ade. As you're coming in, don't forget to click the like button. Don't forget to click the share button. Don't forget to comment and let us know where you are watching us from. Yes. And you guys know how it is. Normally, we come in the evenings on Fridays, but whenever we have a guest from out of our zone, we do have to come in a bit earlier. So, like I said, make sure you click the share button. Let's get more people onto this place and let us know where you're watching from. Put it in the comment section and we will post it. But before we have our guests join us, we're going to talk about a little bit of businesses that are supporting our channel. All right, but stay tuned. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back to Chat with Ade. I'm your host, Ade T. Ladende. So, of course, we're going to talk about some businesses that are supporting us and the ones that we are also supporting. Okay, first of all, we're going to start with an event that is coming up in August, and it is called Miss Teen Africa Canada Scholarship Pageant 2022. You guys save the date, August 7th, 2022 is going to be superb. And you know, I'm your girl. I'm going to be on the red carpet. So I need you guys to turn up. Let's support these young teens, these beautiful queens. They are our future for tomorrow. All right. All right. Take a screenshot and save it on your calendar. And next, we do have our ultimate cruise party. Yes, it's with MC Lola Alao, and of course, live performance by Pasuma Wonder. Hey, you guys, it's going to be loud. I hope you've gotten your tickets. If not, I suggest you send me a DM or check the website. It is there. You can buy your ticket online. You don't have to wait till last minute before it's all sold out. All right. And whoever has not gotten our IPTV yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. 20% is still on for the rest of the summer. But why wait? Just get yours. All right. So IPTV, $10 a month. You cannot go wrong with that. And if you have not seen one of my babies, Office Palaver, on YouTube, I don't know what you're doing with your time. Why do you have YouTube? Why do you have Google? Why do you have a phone? Go on Adeba CTV and watch Office Palaver series. Make sure you are putting something in the comments, you are liking and you are sharing. I don't know what you are doing if you ain't doing that. And of course, don't forget to grab our magazine, Connect to Core magazine, and follow us on Instagram, Connect to Core magazine, and say hello, say hi. And whenever it's your birthday, you can send us a DM. We can do a shout out. Yes. And if you need to build a website or you want to build an app, give us a call at 647-772-1660. And we are still helping those who want to come to Canada to work. We are still helping those who want to come to Canada either for visiting, to work, or you just want to come in for business, whichever way. Give us a shout out and we'll be there to help you out. And of course, my latest baby, the new ambassador to Sleepy Bella products. So if you guys have not grabbed this, it's a 14-day slimming herbal tea. Check it out. 14-day slimming detox tea, which would help you to reduce in size, especially when it comes to burning that stubborn fat. We all know how it is, especially us ladies, burning that stubborn fat that stubborn fat in our belly. It helps with what do you call it, speeds up metabolism, suppresses appetite so you don't eat too much. For those who can get their fingers out of the fridge, this would help you. And we're going to be bringing in our guests quite in a minute. And if you guys have not checked out one of my babies, which is Ade Babes Lashes on Instagram, The lashes that speaks volumes. Hey, go on adebabes underscore Instagram or check out our website www.adebabes.com and purchase. Yes, how you doing, Toby? Hello, good evening. Welcome. Make sure you click that share button. Let's get more people onto the space. And you guys get questions ready. If you have questions you want to ask our guests for today, don't forget to put it in the comment section. We're going to put it up live. Okay, so before we bring in our lovely guests this lovely afternoon or evening, wherever you are around the globe, let me do a little bit of introduction. I'm fine, thank you. Yes, you're welcome. Don't forget to click that share button. Let's get more people onto the platform. Let me know if you're hearing me quite well, so that I can make any adjustments if you're not. So yes, we're going to be bringing in our handsome guest this lovely afternoon, which is known and is goes by MC Makopolo. That's what it goes by, and we know his birth name is Imbam Uche Henry. If I didn't pronounce it right, he's going to come and he's going to help me pronounce it properly. You understand? Because it's not my name, it's his name. So yes, Mr. MC Makopolo is definitely very popular and known for his prank videos, which has generated him all round recognition. We all know him as the king of pranks because he's the first to put it out there in the public space, and he's versatile. His creativity, like, you cannot go wrong with MC Makopolo. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, loud and clear. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. So he has gotten series of awards and he's been compared to the likes of Alibaba, AY, OK Bakassi, and so much more. So we're introducing and bringing up our guests.
Thank you
Yes,
so much for
Mr.
having me, Adebet.
MC. How are you
How are
doing?
you?
Welcome, 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 welcome.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. How's your
Okay.
day
How are you?
going?
Good,
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 good.
good.
Everything good.
That's superb. Okay, welcome. Welcome to Chat with Ade. It's your first time here in this space.
Mm-hmm.
We love, we love, we love, we love. We always love our guests.
Thank
And
you.
feel free, feel free, feel free. Those who comment,
Sure,
we're going
sure.
to be posting their comments up a bit later. Don't forget, you guys, make sure you're clicking the share button. Let's get more people in here and put comments below. Okay, so Mr. MC, welcome back.
Hi. Thank you.
Yes. So we're going to start with a couple of questions, of course. And one of
Okay.
our questions is getting to know you a little bit more. For those who don't know you, and for those who know you but they don't know the know. There's different levels of knowing someone. So my first question definitely would be, where were you born?
It's actually I was born on the 15th of June in 1988, and basically it's just me in my own side growing up every day to realize that the age just adds as we continue to like live our days and all of that whole thing put together. So yeah,
So
it's
15th
actually
of
there.
June, that's 5 days from now. Woo!
Yeah, yeah,
Singing
yeah.
happy
5 days
birthday.
from
Oh.
now.
Hey, start singing some happy birthday chorus. So you were born on the 15th of June, but where were you
Mm-hmm.
born? Were you born in
I
Lagos?
was born. I was born in the northern part of Nigeria. You know, my family, given the fact that I'm Igbo, but then we all grew up in the northern part of Nigeria. So I was born in Kaduna precisely, and I lived most of my life in the northern part of Nigeria. And though I'm well traveled, because for me it has always been from one transition to another transition and all of that. But then I was originally born in Kaduna,
Oh
and
wow,
yeah,
interesting. Born in Kaduna, Igbo background, based in
uh-huh.
Lagos. That's
Yeah, based in
Nigeria.
Lagos.
Okay, so what made you start deciding that you want to get into the entertainment industry? What made you get up and say, okay,
The
I'm going to start?
entertainment industry wasn't like a decision for me. It wasn't like a decision. There was no specific decision of, oh, I wanted to join the entertainment industry. But when I was growing up, I realized that there were so many things that I had. You know, for me, my life is all about self-discovery. Like, I am this kind of person that wakes up in the morning and I realize that, oh, I can do this. Then I do it. And when I do that, then tomorrow I wake up and I'm like, oh, I can also do this too. then I also do it. So if you watch me very well, if you've been someone who have followed me for a very long while and my strides, you realize that I'm not restricted. I'm not particularly restricted to one thing. In as much as yes, people know me for this, people can know me for this. People also know me for so many other things. So I like to live my life based on exploration. So for me, it was one exploration to another exploration. I've always had passion for entertainment. It's something that I do regardless of who is watching and who is not watching. You understand? So for me, from my secondary school days, I was in the choir, I was in the school group, acting group. I was basically everywhere. Even given the fact that I wasn't particularly oriented, or I wasn't thinking that after this I want to be something like this. I want to be an artist or maybe be an actor or no. So I was just here because I could do it. So from secondary school, I started doing it in my church back in the day. I was just this guy that was never hidden in the crowd. So basically, it was me finding new grounds and knowing new stuff and knowing that there are possibilities for me to be able to do more. So for me, every single stride gave me new grounds to break. So with that, I developed myself into okay, I can sing. So I joined the group. And when I started realizing that I could do better in the group, I now realized that I can talk too. So I started emceeing for the group. You understand what I'm trying to say? From emceeing for the group, not like officially, but then I was like the head guy in the group, not like head guy, but then I was like the mediator. I was one that introduced us. I'm the one that like talks about us. I'm the one that like so basically it was something for me. And then when I talk, people laugh. And then I realized, I could also make people laugh. So I started doing that, and from there was no definition for it. But when I went to my university, I skipped a lot of stuff. My life is a roller coaster. I've had different experiences after secondary school, um, going to NDA, coming out from NDA, that's Nigerian Defense Academy, coming out from NDA, then staying at home for like quite a while, then going to the Polytechnic, from Polytechnic to the university. That was like a period of self-discovery for me. So by the time I was in my university, in my fresher year, by my second semester in the university, I was already very popular because I put out all of the things that I've learned from my secondary school to down to that particular period, into a check. So what I did was I was just using it. There was no particular direction, but I used it to the point that my roommates in school were the ones that were telling me that, man, guy, I think you're very good with this NC thing. I think there's a show coming in. And truly, there was a show coming up in school then. And they were like, man, guy, do you know that they've been sourcing for an MC? And or that there was this particular guy, very excellent MC then in Benue State. You know, he was like the ish. When they say this person is the ish, in town, and he was charging then. I think his price was 150,000 naira as of then, and they wanted him to come and see the show, in school because it was like a big one. It was more like a freshers welcome kind of thing. So it was all together for the whole college of engineering, and by the time they were doing all of the arrangements and they realized that they didn't have the kind of money on their budget, that this guy was collecting. So my roommates, who happened to be like the director of social then, was now telling me that, see, he's ready to split this money. Then I think it was their budget was 50,000 naira. Yeah. So he was telling me that he was ready to give me 30,000 naira if I can actually go and dress up and just do this MC thing that he knows that I can do so well. And I thought about it in school then. 30,000 naira wasn't, given the fact that my mom is the only person, that I have at that point, with my siblings and all of that whole thing. So I needed to fend for myself too,
Mm-hmm.
and that whole feel.
Uh-oh. Nigeria. Did they take the light?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, but your screen is frozen.
Can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you.
Okay. The power outages went off. I think it kind of affected my internet. So if you
Definitely.
can hear me, then I'll continue
Yeah, we
before
can
the
hear
light
you.
comes up. All right. So that was that whole thing, and then I decided that day that I was going to try it out. You understand? And that was the first time I officially had to like MC anything, and it wasn't like planned. But then I went there and I did it, and it was very very excellent. And people people that I didn't really expect could see me, saw me, and I could remember then the dean of student affair was around, the HOD of my department was around, other HODs from other departments were around, and all of that whole fear. And I remember the dean of student affair making reference to the things I was saying. He was categorically making reference to me all through the event, and he'd be like, when, as the MC said, just our maybe MC, and that was when I really told myself that okay, this could really be something, and then it was something, because immediately after that particular event, that HOD that was there, my HOD that was there, called me to his office and he told me, see, I've not seen you here before. Are you a student? And I said, yes, I'm a student. And he was like, okay, given the fact that you did what you did right there, I think I want you to come for my daughter's wedding. That event happened on a Wednesday, right? And his daughter's wedding was on a Saturday. They had already paid an MC for that event, but he told me that he just liked the way I talked and the way I did my stuff and the way my presentations were, and so he gave me another 30,000 naira that same day, another 30,000 naira, and he told me, see, this is not a payment, but this is more like an appreciation from me to you. There's an MC already, but I just want you to come as my special guest, and
Wow.
for me, that was how the I officially kickstarted the MC thing, because after that particular experience, and that happened to be my first official wedding, what was it called, gig for forever. I've never emceed a wedding. I've never emceed a wedding. I've never been out there like a proper MC, and the I think it was just destiny for me, because that particular day, that Saturday, guess who was the MC that they paid?
Ooh.
That same MC guy who was like the ish in town was the official MC. And given the
Damn.
fact that he was the official MC and he was a big name then, so he didn't come to the wedding on time. And I was already at the venue by 11 a.m. So by the time he came to the wedding, I had already started.
Ooh.
And the father of the bride was already like, okay, this other MC was not here, but you can go on, just start this whole thing. And I did, and it was like a different energy, something I didn't learn from anybody, something I wasn't like, there was no manuscript for
No
me, there
script,
was
yeah.
no, so it was just me,
On the
my
spot.
experience, and my love and passion for the things I did. So I was doing it differently. There was this, I was carrying out the engagement was so massive, people were loving it. And then all of a sudden, boom, the guy came in.
He came.
When he came in, but there was something I learned from that guy, and it stayed with me for a very long period of time. And which was, when he came in, he looked at me. He had never seen me before. Obviously, he had never seen me before. But he looked at me for a while, then he smiled, and he didn't say anything. Even when his PA wanted to come collect the mic, he told the PA to let me be, you know. And he allowed me. I did my thing, and when I did my thing, then he came. He took the mic. Now, when he took the mic, he was pretty much an excellent MC, but there was this thing in the room that gave him this kind of energy, like this other young boy is doing better. We're enjoying this
We
young boy.
want him back.
And as smart as he was, if it was other people, he would have
Yeah.
wanted to fight it. But
Yes.
as smart as he was, do you know what he now did? He now told them that you guys are acting as if you like this guy more, but you guys don't know that he's my boy. I brought him up. Oh yeah, you come. Oh yeah, come and
That's sweet.
continue. When he
That
did
was
that, I
smooth.
was like, very smart.
That was the
And he
smoothest
allowed
one.
me do my thing. And after that, you know, he asked me for my name. Then I wasn't even called Marco Polo. I was
Mm-hmm.
I was using my initial name, that's Uche, and Mbam. So it was Ubams then that they were calling me. And for me, that was like when I officially told myself that okay, apart from the fact that I love this thing, entertainment is something I can also do, to maybe help myself through school. And it really, really did help me because all through my university days, that was one major source of income for me. That was one of the reasons why I was able to graduate when I needed to graduate. That was one of the reasons why I was able to get the self start I needed because I knew that help wasn't coming from anywhere. So it
Mm-hmm.
was just me, myself, and I, and the things that I did at that point that would make sense.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That was loaded. That's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Although your screen is frozen, we can hear you quite well. Um, wow, that was nice. That was a smart MC, like you said. And yeah, I believe from the story you deserved, and it was meant to be. Pretty much, you were meant to be in that position, and you were at the right place at the right time. That's just what it is. That's
Mm-hmm.
lovely. And it's not everyone that can say, "Oh, my first gig, I'm already getting paid 30K." Like, I know, and you already got another gig right after that. That's beautiful. But then, okay, you
Mm-hmm.
said you were using Uche. Which name were you using then?
U bombs. So it's U from Uche, and then take
Okay,
off the M, then put the
okay,
U in the bomb. So it was
okay.
U bombs. Then
Ubam.
pretty
Sweet.
much
So you guys,
one very
if you're just
working.
coming in, we are speaking to MC Makopolo. Don't forget to click the share button. Don't forget to put a comment there. Say hi. If you don't know what to say, just say hi. We'll post your comment up. And so from using Ubam, how did you now jump it, or how did he transition to Makopolo?
That particular story is actually a very very funny one.
Let's laugh now. Tell
It's
us.
something I've not actually. Can you hear me though?
Yeah, we can hear you quite well. Can see you too.
Okay. So it's something I've not actually. I don't think I've actually gotten to share this outside, but Marco Polo. Marco Polo is Marco Polo came from where he came from. You know, it's a
Where's that?
different feel for a lot of people. So how the name Marco Polo after that event I told you, after that particular event that I told you about in school,
Mm-hmm.
that was really really nice and good. There were students, and most of the students that were there were in my hostels then, So and after that event, everybody, I was popular in my hostel, but not like popular. But after that particular event, people now started seeing me and they're like, man, guy, were you the MC at that event? Man, bro, you killed it. Because the style I used was I used the students to entertain everybody. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
So I made students who were artists who could sing, who never knew they could sing. I
Hmm.
brought out that particular side of them. I brought out people who could rap, who never knew they could actually do something with that. I made them like, man, guy, also, come rap for this stage now. If you rap, people can see. I mean, so it was entertainment for entertainment, and then people were vibing. So a lot of students started really vibing with me, and then so that one particular morning, I was in the bedroom. I was in the bedroom, and the whole student bedroom setup is more like the face me, I face you kind of setup for
Mm-hmm.
for um for most people who have lived in the hostels. So it was more like in this particular cubicle. If you're here, the person that's in the other cubicle can actually get to see you, and all of that whole vibe. So while we're dating, I don't know what happened, yeah. But then there was this particular guy, he's a very funny guy. And then he looked at me and he was like, whoa, man, bro, look at what you got down there. Like Marco Polo. When he said that, people laughed. I laughed, but it didn't mean anything to me at that point.
Mm-hmm.
We all laughed, and and he was like, then when he was leaving the when he was leaving the bathroom, he was like Marco Polo, and everybody laughed again, you know. And when I went back into my room and I was screaming, the thoughts kept coming back to my head. Then all of a sudden I was like, okay, then let me quickly. I went on Google then, and I searched Marco Polo. We all knew that the Marco Polo name is from the boss, the normal Marco Polo boss and all of those sort of things.
Mm-hmm.
But then I wanted to know where the boss actually got his name from. Then I realized that the boss actually got his name from the Italian merchant Williams Marco Polo, who was believed to have traveled all through the world. He's the only merchant that have traveled all through the world without limited access. He's believed to go anywhere, trade anywhere, and all of that whole vibe. And I was like, okay, it's making sense. That means the boss got his name because the boss has the capability to travel anywhere. That means he can take you anywhere. But then I now looked at the boss in its own entirety, apart from the whole closure of what they said in the bathroom. I now looked at the bus. The bus is big. That means it has capacity. And I looked at myself and I was like, yes, I'm big. My mindset is big. I have
Mm-hmm.
capacity. That means I can carry a lot of people at the same time. The bus has that kind of capacity to carry people at the same time. Then I looked at the bus again. The bus is comfy, it's comfortable. That means in a Marco Polo bus, you can stretch yourself, you can relax. And I looked at myself, I give that kind of comfortability. You can stretch yourself and enjoy the vibes with me. I looked at the bus again. The bus is so big, it will not pass your area without you noticing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at myself, I am like that. I am hardly hidden in the crowd. That means if you see me on the road, you will know. And I was like, okay, Marco Polo, MC Marco Polo. So yes, that was how the MC Marco Polo thing started, and it became a thing. It became people are laughing. That was how it became a thing. I changed the narrative and understood that it was my equation for equation and how I saw it. That was what really totally mattered. And
Mm.
yes, the Marco Polo bus, it gives you that luxurious feel, that luxurious chilling. And in my own stride, I give you that luxurious. I take you wherever you want to go. I give you that smooth group jams. I give you that entertainment that you really truly want. I give you how it is, you understand? So I make you comfy and vibe with you on that particular level. And that's where Marco Polo. But then I had to like twist my own from the normal Marco Polo to the Makopolo. So you call me Marco Polo. It's not found anywhere.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, well said. Um, we most people knew you or know you um, from the pranks that you started doing. So
I
now,
didn't
what
get that.
made you? I said a lot of people got to know you from the pranks you were doing.
Uh-huh.
So, what gave you that idea to start doing pranks in
Okay.
Nigeria where it wasn't popular? It was more of the
Yeah.
American.
Anybody who knows me knows I don't know how to follow the crowd. I don't know. I don't. Sometimes people see me and they're like, "What's this guy feeling like?" No, it's not. I don't know how to do what everybody is doing. I don't know how to. I'm. I can be the center of attraction here, but
Mhm.
the moment I come out from there, I go back to my space and I hide. I don't know if you get the point I'm making. So I needed to do something. By the time I was coming up to do content, the content part of my life, I've always wanted to create. And before all of that creation, I wanted to do stuff. And comedy skits, even at that time, wasn't really popular. You understand?
Mhm. Yeah.
The skits that were popular then were Vine videos and all of those things. When I started at first, I started with the 12 seconds Vine videos. Instead, I was doing Vine videos, and with the likes of Crazy Clown. Then I think they were Crazy Clown, and then there was this other guys. Then Real House of Laughter. Those were like the only people that were doing content back basically. But then we had other people that have tried longer kind of comedy skits, kind
Mhm.
of thingy. Then so we started with the whole Vine videos, and when I did the Vines and everything, a lot of people started doing Vines too. And then I told myself, okay, I've always wanted to do something that is totally different. So I went on Google and I was searching for content ideas and all of that whole vibe. And then I stumbled on pranks. When I stumbled on pranks, I searched, and I realized that in Nigeria or in Africa as of then, the only people who had actually done content that are related to pranks were MTV based, and then the Charlie Boy show. Then, I think in 1998, the Charlie Boy was doing. They tried couple of ideas for street pranks, which did not hold. It didn't
Mm-hmm.
work, and then the Big Friday show on MTV base. Those were celebrity based pranks, but I needed to do something that would relate to the ordinary people, to the people who were on the streets, the people who were, you know, because I felt those are the real people who actually get to see the real life situations of life. And so I decided that I was going to try out doing social experiments, social
Mm-hmm.
experiments that could bring, agitations, that could bring conversations to topical issues or the things that affect people in real life. So I wrote a couple of proposals to some TV stations because then, as of then, I knew producing a content like that was very massive, and I had no support. I was even my Vine videos then. I was just doing it with my techno phone then. So it wasn't really like there was capacity for me. So I reached out to a couple of TV stations that rejected the concept and said, "Oh, it's an alien concept. It's not a concept that is peculiar to African
Mm-hmm.
people." And then, especially in Nigeria, people were worried about, you know, the dangers of all of those things put together and all of that whole feel. But I was determined, and I tried a couple of places until I went to Paul's, you know. And Paul's, given the fact that they just started as of that time, and
Mm-hmm.
they also wanted content that
Yeah.
could spark conversations. So we actually partnered, and that was where I shot the very first prank that I shot. That was
Mm-hmm.
2013, and the social experiment was picking up random girls on Lagos. That was the first social experiment I did, and to see how people react. And when I did that, the reaction was massive. In fact, the feel to it. A lot of people that were saying, I remember even big names that I went to then. They were telling me that Makopolo, if you try this thing for Nigeria, they'll kill you. Makopolo, if you do this one, you won't last with this whole concept. But when I did that very first idea, it was like a welcoming feel. A lot of people vibed to it. People were like, "Oh man, I'm not sure that this thing." But some people were like still saying, "Oh, this is just his first try. I think it's." Then when I now did the second one, the third one, the fourth one,
Mm-hmm.
that was when people now started believing that, oh, this thing could work. And by the time I did the fifth one, I think it was the fifth episode that I did that went totally viral. It went so viral that it went so viral. That video went viral. And like it was viral. I think those were like the first set of viral videos on
Yeah.
Instagram in Nigerian social media space. Like, you understand, the
Mm-hmm.
virality of that video was just that time people don't know what's in the viral. Nobody knew what
Yeah, I
viral
didn't
was.
even
You
use the
understand?
the term viral.
So yeah, it wasn't like a name, but it was
Mm-hmm.
just everywhere on phones, on people's WhatsApp to go, Tinder, even dating sites. People were posting the video. It was just it was something. And from there, I just told
Mm-hmm.
myself that, okay, let me continue with this spray. And that's why, if you watch and see and sit down and you watch my pranks, I don't just shoot pranks. For me, pranks is spiritual, because what I try to do is I go into my mind and I bring relatable stuff that happen to people every day. The excuses that people make for themselves. And I ask myself this question. I ask myself, what if I was in this situation? How would I react? What would be my reaction if I'm left in this situation? And for me, that was what was given birth to. And if you sit down and watch my prank, you realize that there's always an underlining lesson to it. You understand? I'm always trying to preach something. I'm always trying to tell you something. So when you're watching the prank, you're not just watching the pranks to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
You're also watching it and telling yourself that, man, this could be me. Oh. Like, man, this could also happen to me. Like, so for me, it has always been that whole um pre for pre, you understand? So I did pranks, but prank wasn't like I'm a very creative person. I like to create. I like to create things out of nothing. So Pranks wasn't like, I didn't want to. I wasn't coming to be a celebrity. I wasn't coming to. I didn't. My aim is not to be famous. My aim is to do
Mm-hmm.
that thing that I love.
That
So
you
for
want to
me,
do, yeah.
prank was not like it was just one part of me. I wanted to do more. I wanted to vibe, and even till now, I've done pranks to the point that other people started doing it. Other people
Mm-hmm.
started seeing it as content and it has fed a lot of people. These are contents that they said would not work. Right now, when I look back, as of the day I decided I wanted to do prank, when I searched for African pranks, there was none. But go on Google right now, or go on YouTube right now, and search for African pranks. You'll find at least 100 different channels that are doing pranks. So
Mm.
I just felt it's my purpose in this life is to create something and then allow people to grow in it. You understand? So I've always seen myself as a builder. I've always seen myself as someone who would build, and that's why it's not just with the pranks. I've done contents like Life in 60 Seconds, where people were thinking in their mind. A lot of people did that. It fed a lot of people. I did
Mm.
content like the angel, and this judgment dating that people will say, oh, they judge people on. I don't know. You must have seen those contents. I started it. I started it in 2014. I did the first episode. I left it. People started doing. A lot of people ate from it. So for me, it has always been one content generation to another content generation to another content generation. Not leaving my route, not leaving my source, not leaving the main thing that I was meant to do. But then for me, it has always been create, make somebody happy. And I always tell people my motto in life is make sure you make someone happy, at least
Mm.
one person before
That's
you go
cool.
to bed. So if I'm
Mm.
able to make at least one person, and I know that not just one person, more than one person would laugh from one of the things that I do or not. So if I'm able to make that one person laugh, I'm happy. I'm happy. I go to bed happy. I wake up. So for me, anything that comes with it is more like an added advantage to what it is. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Especially in the country of Nigeria right now, I think anything that makes us happy is a goal.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I said, especially in a country like Nigeria right now, anything that makes you happy is a goal, for
Yeah,
sure.
so it's a go.
But have you been working with a lot of like collaborating with a lot of other comedians?
Not quite. Not quite.
And why would that be?
I've done quite some collaborations, but my I don't just collaborate. Like I said again, my collaborations are basically with reasons,
Mm,
right?
okay.
People collaborate just maybe because they want to get more engagement, because they believe that, oh, it's. But if you check my kind of collaborations, I'd rather look for someone who has no platform
Mm,
and give them the platform. Because at the end of the day, I don't see any importance of sharing the platform when this other person has a platform. Usually utilize your platform. You understand? We can
yeah.
get to share ideas. Don't get me twisted. We can get to share ideas. I'm this kind of person that even when I have ideas, I can just call random people and like, man, guy, this idea is good for you. I think you can do it. And I share those ideas. And I know a couple of people that have shared ideas like that with. You understand? I'm talking about the big brands that you've seen, and those ideas popped out and even went viral for them. And some of them, those ideas set them up till this particular time. So for me, like I said again, I'm not the crowd. I'm not that
You follow crowd.
everyday kind of guy. You understand? For me, I like to see what can I do. What can I? That's the only question I ask myself. How do I give to this person? And that's why you see, even the people that I use for content, I would just I feel like there's always going to be a push. So
Mm,
push this person, and when they stand, I go back. I'm this kind of person that believe that I don't have to be everywhere, but let me be with the people that need my clap when there's nobody clapping for them. So I will
mm,
clap for them until people start coming. And the moment people start coming, I shift back. Why? Because now I believe that you have that audience that you need. So do your thing. That's basically my mindset. But if there's a strategic feel that I know that, oh, I need to do, then I've collaborated with a couple of people. You understand? I've collaborated with a
yeah.
couple of people, but then it has to be strategic. Maybe I need them to do something, or maybe because of the character base that they have, or maybe
Mm-hmm.
because of what they have. But then for me, collaboration is not just about, oh, you're a big band and this person is a big band, so come, let's join forces and
Let's
do,
come together.
this
Yes.
basically.
Well, if you're just joining us, don't forget to click the share button, comment below, put a like on there. It's free. It doesn't cost any dollar. It doesn't even cost a dime. Make sure you say hi to us. We want to see your comments in the comment section. And okay, the next question now will be, okay, we all know how COVID affected everybody, as even in entertainment industry. It changed it a bit, actually a lot. So now, what do you think, or how do you see the Nigerian entertainment industry pre-COVID and post-COVID? What's your take?
I just feel that everything that is meant to happen has happened, and the ones that will happen will still happen. The structure, the COVID did not just affect the entertainment industry; it affected every part of our lives. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, there were structures for certain things pre COVID, and the structures changed. I think what COVID did was COVID came with a different template. You know, the old template of life changed when COVID came. COVID gave people a new background. It was more
Mm-hmm.
like a shuffling, bro. As in, a lot of people did not see that coming. So it's not just in the entertainment industry. I felt that was like the paradigm shift that a lot of people were looking for.
Mm,
COVID gave a lot of people there were people who did not know they could make money online. There were
at
people
all.
who did not know that they could actually make their content monetizable.
They
There
didn't
were
even know they
people
were
who did not
comedians.
know that, apart from doing a comedy show and gathering people, they could also do an e-concert. So
Mm,
it was just a shift from the normal reality to a new reality. So for me, I think COVID did a lot of good to a
yes.
lot of people, and it
Mm,
kind of broke a barrier, a long lasting barrier. There's this cabal thing in the industry, and not just in the industry, in life, where some people feel that they have the monopoly to everything. But with COVID came and made everybody understand that, okay, it's now a life for free and fair. A lot of
mm.
people, somebody said, told me I look like a crazy. Yeah, I get that a lot. Not just Perusi. I think I get that for a lot of people. I've had CDQ. I've had Perusi a lot. I've had Ajabo. In fact, Ajabo. I think even the TV station had to do like a 15
Look
minutes
like,
documentary for us. I've had Mastercraft. So I've had like a couple of people.
yeah,
They
that's
say
true.
I'm just this unique guy, guys. I can look like anybody I want. So more like it. It's just I felt the COVID changed what it was supposed to change.
Mm,
People. It made a lot of people smarter. It made a
mm,
lot of people, and then it opened the eyes of the people who thought that they had it all too.
mm.
To also make them understand that yes, it's not all until it's all.
Yeah.
So for me, I think it didn't really do much damage, in as much as it made a lot of people realize that they could be hungry and all of that whole feel with the whole MCing thingy. People just got to understand that they could do things in a more smarter way, not necessarily coming together, and all of that whole feel. So for me, that's my take on COVID.
Okay. So this one is a little bit on the personal notes. Are you in any relationship?
Say what?
Are you in any serious relationship at the moment? Or are you single and searching?
Okay, if I'm single.
Yes. Are you single and searching? Or
Mm, for me, mine is I don't know how to say, it, but then I'm single. Very single at the moment. But searching, I don't know. I want to love. Yeah, I want to be able to meet someone that I can express my love affair with. I want to be able to meet someone that I can get to express my feelings and emotions with. But the searching part for me is it's not a thing. I just feel that when the right person comes, we will know. It's not something that it's not.
when we talk
It's
about
not a
love,
rocket science.
the volume and
Yeah.
the tone changed. It turned a bit, came mellow, mellow.
Yeah, so because
Once
you
the
see,
Makopolo is single,
especially giving to this very period right now, a lot of people don't even know what they want. A lot of
mm,
people don't know what they are looking for. And the truth is, if you don't know what you're looking for, you cannot ever find what you're looking for because you don't even know what you're looking for.
mm,
It's just like someone who doesn't know the value of $100 bill,
mm-hmm,
and then you give him a 1,000 naira note and $100 bill. If he has never seen what a dollar bill is, he'll probably choose the 1,000 naira note.
yes,
I don't know if you get the point I'm making. So
mm-hmm,
people are limited to the information that they have. People are
mm,
limited to the things that they know about themselves. So if you don't know yourself that much, how much can you know me? So it's just what it is, you understand? So right now I just see a lot of people who want to catch cruise, who just want to do stuff and just vibe. Sometimes some people just want to live by the titles.
mm,
Just like,
mm,
oh, I am in this, I am in that. But then
mm,
after that, what next? That's one thing I always ask people. You want to be here, you want to do this. After that, what next?
mm,
What next? Because
yeah,
that's the whole thing. So we should be able to know that even if you meet the right person and then
mm-hmm,
you, after that, you should be able to know that there's a feeling of peace. You should be able to know that there's something that actually gives you that whole truth, that thing that never can lie to you. It's possible to find that, but people are not just patient enough to know that you can say no. Yes, you can say no to things that don't really stand your taste.
mm-hmm,
Nobody goes to a restaurant to order for something that they don't eat.
yeah, yeah. Hey, well said, nice one. So, of course, we all know what is going on in Nigeria when it comes to politics. My question for you is, do you believe that the youths have woken up in regards to trying to change the gear to where politics is going to take us coming next year?
If the youth have woken up,
Yes. Because we
can
know
you hear me?
Nigeria is made up of, I believe, 60% of youths.
Hello?
Can you hear me? Are
Please,
you
can
hearing
you
me?
rephrase that? Yeah, I can hear
Okay.
you now.
Okay. I said, what do you think the youths have they woken up in knowing the power that they hold when it comes to choosing the right persons in politics in Nigeria?
Yeah. I don't think the youth have quite woken up, but I think we are in the process.
Mm,
We've been in a very long sleep, and we're only going to be lying to ourselves if we think we have all woken up. The truth is, even the people who think are awake are not really awake. A lot of us are still sleeping. But
mm,
it's just like we're sleep talking. Some people are just sleep talking because at the end of the day, when it comes to taking action, yes, it's the reality of what it is. But don't get me wrong, we are doing so well. It's not easy. A lot of people are waking up, but
mm,
majority of the people who think they are awake are not truly awake. They are only hearing that there's a preparation to be awake. They are still not there, but then they are trying to feel among. So, all the other ones that are awake would see because there's difference between being awake and being woke.
mm-hmm,
People say when you're woke, it's that definition of wokeness. I just think it's ignorance without definition. People just want to shove their ignorance of stuff. Being awake means you have to understand the truth. You have to
mm-hmm,
understand where you are. You have to understand your reality. But people who just jump on the end, you can't jump on the end and ignore the beginning. It's not possible. If you jump on the end and ignore the beginning, you'll be faced with problems because you don't know how the train started from. You don't know where the train started from. If na train where they go kill people, you go jump for the end, you go die for front because you don't know whether na wetin dem put for that whole thing. But then I think it's a big process that we are actually seeing today where people are gradually waking up and
mm,
the change might not necessarily come now,
mm-hmm,
but it will come with the level that we're going. The conversations are being held, people are
mm-hmm,
talking, people are saying things, you understand? And I feel at the end of the day, this small impact that we have seen would give us a meaningful result. Not totally, not like totally a groundbreaking result, but then it will be more like a beginning to the very long journey that we are on, that's on our path. You understand? So it will make impact, but that impact cannot be as strong as the people are saying it, because the truth is there's difference between what happens in social on social media and what happens
Yeah.
in reality.
Reality.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Even the people who are shouting on social media, they know, they are aware that the moment they close their phones and it's them and their bed, their reality changes. They know, they are aware. So it is what it is.
Oh, Lord
Then we're
help us.
doing we're doing well though.
Mm, it is well. We are praying for the better. So, do you have a mentor?
Yeah, no particular mentor. I learn from everybody.
Mm,
Okay, I learn from everybody. For me, mentorship is not, oh, you have to go meet someone and say, I can learn from a child. I am very observant. I'm
mm,
this kind of person that I don't sit with you except I'm actually giving you something or you're giving me something.
mm,
So sometimes it might just be a single conversation. I can learn a lot from that simple conversation. So I can't say, oh, this particular person is my mentor. I think everybody is my mentor. So I can't say there's this particular thing for me that is feasible with one person, but I can learn from this person. I learn from a distance. Let me give you a typical example. I'm a very incredible swimmer. I swim very well. Now, people ask me sometimes when they see me and they're like, man, how many years did it really take you to learn how to swim? And I tell them, no one taught me how to swim, but I learned from people.
mm,
And they're like, man, how is that possible? How you go telling me nobody teach you, but you learn from people? How? And I said, see, when I left secondary school, there was no much for me to do. You understand? I wasn't from a rich home, so what I did was I couldn't pay for swimming classes and all of that whole thing. So what I did was I went to the swimming pool. There was this very popular hotel there in Kaduna, Hamdala Hotel. It was like an Olympic standard swimming pool setup that they had. All the people that were representing Kaduna and the northern part of Nigeria for
mm,
the northern games and the swimming competitions and all of those whole vibe. They used to train in Kaduna at that particular hotel. So when I went there, I told them, see, I wanted to learn how to swim, and they told me there was no space, or I needed to pay for subscription. And then I knew that I didn't have money for subscription, so I now told them that let me be cleaning their pools. Let me be cleaning the pools. I'll clean the children pool, then I'll clean the adult pool. You understand? They didn't need to pay me, but then they will allow me to do whatever thing I wanted to do, and they agreed. So what I was doing was I go there very early, even if I know that the time for cleaning is by 12 p.m. But I go
mm.
there very early. Then I clean the pool by 12 p.m. before people start coming in. Then I stay there and watch them. I watch how they stroke. I watch how they flip their hands. I watch how they shake their leg. I watch their body movement and all of those things. By 5, 6, when everybody is getting ready to go out, and just before I start cleaning the pool again, I'll go into the water and I'll start replicating everything I've seen. I tried it and tried it and tried it until nobody really knew I could swim. Even myself, I didn't really know I was really, really progressing until the day I was faced with like a real life challenge. So when somebody pushed me, because they always saw me in the pool there and they just assumed I was like a professional swimmer. So someone pushed
Yeah.
me at the deepest part of the pool. You know, she,
Ooh.
she, she jokingly pushed me at the deepest part of the pool, and just it was like a 12 feet pool.
Mm-hmm.
And when she pushed me, they don't tell me before you know anything, I do pew, 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 pew. I saw myself in the other side. So it was that time I was like, okay, wait, oh, this whole thing I was practicing. So it didn't work, oh. So the next I went out of the water and pushed myself. And now and pushed myself. When I pushed myself, I did the same thing and I was like, okay. So I learn by observation. I'm very observant. If I am in a place, I don't just study. I study the energy. I study the ambience, and that's one of the reasons why I've done pranks for almost 10 years, and nobody has ever, had to fight me or beat me or you know. I've been in crazy situations, but what I'm saying is, it's like I tend to read your energy. I tend to read your vibe. I know when your anger level is getting high. I know when you're so I know when to end the pranks before. So
Mm.
basically, for me, it's that observational feel for me, and I just learn that on my own feel, and I just do it the way I know how to do it, and just do my thing.
You're gifted like that.
Oh shit,
Very
about
observant. Oh goodness. So we're pretty much at the end of our interview. I want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule, to spend an hour with us. But one more question before we let you go. What are any takeaway quotes, last words that you would like to let your fans know and go home with?
You are limited to the information that you have. You can't be bigger than the things that you know now. One thing in life is you are who you are, and at the end of the day, don't put yourself in anybody's shoe. Never.
Mm,
Because you can never fit in somebody else's shoe. No matter how perfect it feels in your leg, it's still not the same way that that person is going to feel it, that you're going to feel it. So never put yourself in somebody's shoe. If you're ever going to put yourself in somebody's shoe, make the shoe your own. That's the
mm.
only thing, because you are limited to what you know, basically.
You're limited to what you know. Well said. Well, thank you so much. Hopefully, we'll have you back soon.
Thank you so much, Adibet, for having
Thank
me.
you. Have a lovely, lovely weekend. It's Friday, so have a blessed weekend. And when I come to Nigeria, we're doing a skit, right?
Sure, 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 sure.
Yes. Okay, then. So take care. We'll talk later.
All
Bye.
right, now you take care. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, guys. So there you have it. MC Makopolo. Um, Don't forget, yes, thank you, Alt Dune. Thank you so much. Thank you, Yemi Jollof Rice. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Those of you who are on YouTube, click the subscribe button and click the little bell so that you can always be updated. One of our VIPs to know when we have content, we have things coming up. We always have things coming up. And of course, if you're on Facebook, don't forget to put a comment there, click the share button, and also go on YouTube and follow and subscribe. Yeah. And if you're not following me on Instagram, @day_babes, make sure you do right after this. Okay. So thank you once again. Don't forget, of course, to follow MC Makopolo at MC Makopolo1 and say hi. All right, then. So thanks once again, you guys, for showing up to chat with Ade. I'm again your lovely and beautiful host, Ade Badende.